The most important thing that I would really suggest the students, criterion-based assessments are an important aspect in the MYP program.
MYP exams are too difficult and too challenging.
A good listener, approachable.
Why do you think this project-based learning is so important for our young learners?
Students are involved in getting information. My advice to the children would be
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Chalk, Dust and Untold Stories, India's first school level podcast. My name is Shavik, your host. Now if you turned into our first episode, you know that here we mix some serious conversations with a bit of fun. Today, we have a very special guest with us, someone who plays a huge role in shaping the formative years of many of our students. Joining with us today, Miss Erica Paul, our IBMYP coordinator. Those of you who don't know what IBMYP is, MYP caters from grade 6 to 10 of IB curriculum. So today we'll get to a lot of things about IBMYP, we'll get to know some insights of students' life, and maybe we uncover some fun facts of Miss Erica herself. Welcome to podcast, ma'am.
Hello.
How are you feeling today?
Feeling great.
Great. So before we start something, to anything else, do you listen to podcasts?
I do listen to podcasts, yes.
Can you tell me who's your favorite one?
Currently, I've been listening to Raj Shamani. Yeah.
Oh, very nice. So if you have to be a student again of MYP program, which subject would you choose?
Oh, that's such a tough question. The subject I would go for would be language and literature, because I don't think I've studied language and literature anywhere like the way, we're teaching it in the MYP program. So it would be a good opportunity for me to really get into the analytical part of it, along with explore my creative side of writing. So I think that would be a very exciting part for me, studying language and literature, and of course individuals and societies and design. I think the list just goes on.
Can you share one fun memory from your school days?
Okay, when I was, so honestly, when I was in school, I was not much of a talkative person or a very confident person. I lacked a lot of confidence. But when I was in grade 11 and 12, switch flipped in me. I joined my volleyball team, and then on field, I was very strong and confident, and that really seeped into my sense of identity. And if it wasn't for my volleyball team, I think I would have been a very different person, So when I think about that experience, it puts it brings happy memories, because I was just surrounded with great people at that time.
Amazing. So before we dive deeper, for our students and parents, especially our viewers, so could you just quickly explain what actually MYP is?
The MYP is it's a really beautiful program. It's rigorous. It expects the children not only to, dive deeply into the academic part, but it also focuses on the development of the self. So with that, the children are involved in a lot of projects. They are involved in a lot of core academic stuff. They are involved in developing their skills. There's a development of critical thinking, their personality. We have the IB learner profile.
Right.
So with that, there's, we're making all-round development among students. There's holistic development that we keep, talking about, but MYP really puts that into action. So when I look at someone who is an MYP student, I see an individual. I don't see a student who is a product of their books, but I see someone who is driven or shaped by their own ideologies. So that's what MYP does, It really brings out the best in students and something that they're already good at.
So when we talk about identities and project-based learning especially, so why do you think this project-based learning is so important for our young learners?
I think it's very important for students to pick projects of their own, because it develops a sense of ownership. Students, they start thinking, and that is important. When students pick up a project, or when we have something where children are studying case studies, they are actively involved in that whole process. We are not just feeding information to them, but they're active recipients of knowledge. So when they are, whenever it's a problem-oriented project, students are involved in getting information, They are, again, like I said, they are actively involved in that whole process of gathering information, looking at a problem statement, finding alternative solutions. So that develops a strong sense of perspective. It develops critical thinking skills. It develops creative thinking skills. There are a range of skills that the children develop when they take complete ownership of their learning through project-based learning,
Correct.
through project-based strategies.
Right. Some people say MYP exams are too difficult and too challenging.
Yes.
So what advice would you give to those students who find it like very challenging or they get confused with the exams?
So I do agree with you, Shavik, that MYP examinations are not they are not easy. They are far beyond traditional examinations. My advice to the children would be, the first step you need to do is treat your assessment criteria like a checklist.
Right.
So once you break down your assessment criteria, you understand what exactly is the requirement. It gets very easy. The second thing that the students need to do is that take a lot of feedback from their teachers. So once they are in that, once they start practicing with feedback, examinations, developing skills, that gets easier. And the most important thing that I would really suggest the students is that develop skills. When you're studying a subject,
Right.
understand that there are skills that are associated to that particular subject.
Correct.
So once you pick those skills, you understand and you really hone those skills, it gets easier for children to crack examinations, because MYP exams really test students based on skills.
Correct. So as you said, the criteria is very important for the students. Can you elaborate on it just a little bit?
So criterion-based assessments are an important aspect in the MYP program, because first of all, they're extremely unique forms of assessment. The second most important thing is that it gives the children a clear roadmap. It tells them that these are the expectations and they are supposed to be performing in this manner.
Right.
Or this is the standard we have set for the children. So when children are giving assessments, they are not completely focused on comparing themselves with other students, but these criteria help them get feedback on where they are right now and what they should do in order to get better
Right.
in terms of their performance. So
Correct.
that is a very beautiful aspect of the MYP program, especially when it comes to their assessment.
So how MYP prepares students beyond the school life, especially for senior secondary and maybe universities?
Yes. Like I said, there's a lot of focus on agency. So children, they develop a strong sense of identity. They develop a strong sense of self. Along with core academics and, strong academics, children also develop skills throughout the entire MYP journey. So by the time they reach MYP 5, they've completed their personal projects. They have developed, their research skills. They've worked on time management skills. They're better organized students. They learn how to manage stress. You already know how rigorous the DP program is.
Right.
So when all of these things, work in a good balance, it becomes second to nature of the students. So then with all these skills and with the kind of knowledge they have, children are more prepared for the DP program. And because they're involved in their own personal projects or any other design projects they've had, it really helps them, get better in their university.
Let's get back to our fun part. If your students had to describe you in 3 words, what do you think they would say?
I think they should ask that to my students. I think they are the best ones to describe me. But I think to my students, I would be a good listener, approachable, and strict.
As we are almost moving on to our end of this podcast, so if one message you have to give to our listeners, what they can expect from the school life, or what they should take from the school life?
Yes. I think make the most out of it. The MYP is a beautiful program. The secondary program is a good space for children to really learn and develop themselves. So this is the best time where children can, really play the field, make mistakes, learn, and take every opportunity to learn. That is a very strong advice I would like to give to the students, that every opportunity that comes their way, they have to make sure that they take it, make sure that they're participating in every possible thing that's there in the school.
So thank you so much, Erica. I think this is a lot of information we have got from this podcast, and thank you for sharing so much of valuable information.
Much for calling
Thanks a
me.
lot. Thanks a lot. So for all our listeners, I think I've got many informations today. So this is Shavik signing off. See you all on the next episode. Until then, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep watching Chalk, Dust, and
Untold Stories.
thank you so much. Take care.